Hello, and welcome back to Road TRIpVIA, the once-a-day road trip trivia quiz. Today's episode is number 584. The category is Trebek Trivia number 27. This is a 20-question trivia quiz with a question 21 tiebreaker at the end of this video. All of these questions come from the television show Jeopardy. They've been altered slightly to fit the format of this quiz show. Thank you for watching, and good luck on today's quiz. Question 1. The smallest wavelengths and the most energy of any wave in the electromagnetic spectrum. What type of radiation is used to sterilize food, strengthen plastics, and turn Dr. Bruce Banner into the Hulk? The answer is gamma radiation. Question number 2. What is the name of the medieval market town in England's West Midlands that is the 16th century birthplace of William Shakespeare, who is known for his sonnets and plays such as Romeo and Juliet and Hamlet? That town is Stratford-upon-Avon. Question 3. Responsible for the Jetsons, Yogi Bear, the Flintstones, Scooby-Doo, and more, what is the American animation studio and production company founded in 1957 by animators William and Joseph using simply their last names? The answer is Hanna-Barbera. Question 4. Kaffeklubben Island, or Coffee Club Island, contains the northernmost undisputed point of land on Earth. By possessing the northernmost island in the world, what kingdom holds the title as the world's northernmost? Kaffeklubben is a part of Greenland. Greenland is a territory of Denmark. Denmark is the answer. Question 5. By far the most costly war in terms of human life. In what war was the total number of fatalities, including battle deaths and civilians of all countries, estimated to have been 56.4 million? The answer is World War II. Question number 6. While some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. According to 1 Timothy, it's not just money, but the love of money that is what? According to 1 Timothy, the love of money is the root of all evil. Question number 7. Regarded as one of the most famous squares in Europe and the world, St. Basil's Church towers over what plaza located in Moscow's historic center in the eastern walls of the Kremlin? The answer is the Red Square. Question number 8. Founded in 1935, what is the name for the International Mutual Aid Fellowship dedicated to helping alcoholics in sobriety through its spiritually inclined 12 Steps program? The answer is Alcoholics Anonymous. Question 9. President Nixon resigned before he could be impeached. Bill Clinton and Donald Trump were both impeached but not removed from office. But which man was the first American president to be impeached in 1868? The first American president to be impeached was Andrew Johnson. Question number 10. In radioactivity, what is the term for the interval of time required for 50% of the atomic nuclei of a radioactive sample to decay or change spontaneously into other nuclear species by emitting particles and energy? That term is half-life. Question 11. Running approximately from north to south through western Russia, from the coast of the Arctic Ocean to northwestern Kazakhstan, what mountain range forms part of the conventional boundary between the regions of Europe and Asia? Those are the Ural Mountains. Question 12. An Academy Award for Best Actor, Best Costume, and Best Picture. In November of 1982, what multi-Oscar award-winning film had its world premiere in New Delhi, India? That movie was Gandhi. Question 13. From the Greek language meaning to omit, what is the astronomy term used for the partial or total obscuring of one celestial body by another? When one celestial body obscures the view of another, it is known as an eclipse. Question 14. Before his final exile to the distant island of St. Helena, where he died in May of 1821, Napoleon Bonaparte escaped from an 11-month exile on what Italian island in 1815? He escaped from Elba and began the 100 Days War. Question 15. An equation derived by the 20th century physicist Albert Einstein, in which E represents units of energy, M represents units of mass, and C stands for what squared or multiplied by itself? The C stands for celeritas, which means the speed of light. Question 16. Also known as rebirth or transmigration, what is the term for the philosophical concept that the non-physical essence of a living being begins a new life in a different physical form or body after their biological death? The answer is reincarnation. Question 17. What historical document begins with the line, "When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another"? That document was the Declaration of Independence. Question 18. What part of the eye functions like the diaphragm of a camera, controlling the amount of light reaching the back of the eye by automatically adjusting the size of the pupil, or aperture? The part of the eye that functions like the diaphragm of a camera is the iris. Question 19. What U.S. state has had an impressive lineup of leadership with past governors, including Founding Father Patrick Henry, and Presidents James Monroe and Thomas Jefferson? Those men were all past governors of the state of Virginia. Question 20. For over 200 years, the Knights of St. John ruled what Mediterranean island, an island for which their order was also named, that is located between Sicily and the North African coast? That island is Malta. They are known as the Knights of St. John, but they are also known commonly as the Knights of Malta. Officially, they are known as the Sovereign Military Hospitaller Order of St. John of Jerusalem, of Rhodes, and of Malta. But that's a mouthful, so they go by the Knights of Malta or the Knights of St. John. Thank you for watching today's episode of Road TRIpVIA. This weekend, while I am writing trivia here in England, all my friends back in the States will be getting together for our annual man trip. If you've been watching this channel for a while, you remember last year about this time I had to go to the States for, I think I was gone for 25 or 30 days. I went back to the States for a couple of reasons, but one of them was the annual man trip. We met in Texas last year. That's where they're meeting again this year. They are meeting there right now while I'm stuck in England. It was too much work with all the coronavirus restrictions going on to get back to America, then back to England, and then in a couple months I've got to go back to America for a wedding. So right now I'm stuck in England while they're back in the States having the best weekend of the year. I miss you guys, and I will definitely be there next year. But for the rest of this weekend, I'm going to stay right here, writing trivia, and watching the old videos from the previous year's man trips. Have a good weekend. Here is question 21, the tiebreaker for today's trivia quiz. Patented in 1960, light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation is now commonly known as what? Light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation is now commonly known as a laser. Thank you for watching. Maniacs, have a great weekend. Everybody else, see you tomorrow for another new trivia quiz.